What if I told you that Quentin Tarantino, the master of cinematic chaos, has a secret list of 60s films that rewired his brain and shaped his wild vision of cinema? These aren't just movies, they're bloody blueprints of brilliance. Ready to unlock the vault? Let's dive into the 10 explosive 60s films Tarantino says you must see before you die. Where Eagles Dare, 1968. In the frozen heart of the Bavarian Alps, where death hides behind every snowy peak, a mission unfolds that even James Bond would refuse. Where Eagles Dare isn't just a war movie. It's a nerve-wracking mind game strapped with explosives and double crosses. Major Smith, played with icy charm by Richard Burton, and Lieutenant Schaefer, the ever-cool Clint Eastwood, are dropped into Nazi territory for a simple mission: rescue a captured general. But nothing, absolutely nothing, is as it seems. The body count rises, the betrayals cut deep, and that iconic cable car scene? Pure cinema adrenaline. It's war through Tarantino's eyes, bold, stylish, and brainy. Every bullet fired feels like a chess move. Every twist? Like a slap to the face. Tarantino once said this film was like a war movie written by Agatha Christie. And he's right. It's suspense wrapped in gunpowder. If you haven't seen this icy masterpiece, you're missing one of the sharpest, coolest spy thrillers of the 1960s. Soul Madrid, 1966. Welcome to the smoky, vibrant streets of 1960s Madrid, where jazz pulses through the night and danger lurks in every shadow. Soul Madrid is not your average flick. It's a hypnotic dive into a city's soul caught between tradition and rebellion. This film captures a raw energy, blending cool noir vibes with Spanish passion, telling the story of a restless drifter caught in a web of crime and love. The lead struggle is more than survival. It's a fight for identity in a world that won't stand still. Tarantino admires this film for its intoxicating style and authentic feel, praising how it captures that perfect mix of tension and rhythm. The camera work, the soundtrack, and the characters all dance together, pulling you into a hypnotic tale where every glance hides a secret and every step might be your last. If you crave cinema that moves like jazz, unpredictable, bold, and unforgettable, Soul Madrid is your trip back to 1966. Murderer's Row, 1966. Step into the swinging 60s world of espionage with Murderer's Row, a film dripping with style, charm, and deadly secrets. This isn't just another spy flick. It's a cheeky, high-octane ride packed with gadgets, glamour, and a hero who's as smooth as he is lethal. Dean Martin stars as the suave secret agent, tasked with stopping a shadowy organization from unleashing a deadly mind control device. The stakes? Worldwide chaos. The style? Pure 60s cool with sharp suits, slick cars, and fast-talking wit. Tarantino loves Murderer's Row for its blend of humor and suspense, seeing it as a playful nod to the spy genre that laid the groundwork for many of today's classics. It's a film that doesn't take itself too seriously, but delivers thrills with every twist and turn. If you want spy action with a grin and a swagger, Murderer's Row is your ticket to 60s cool espionage. Breathless, 1960. Step into the groundbreaking world of Breathless, Jean-Luc Godard's revolutionary French new wave classic that changed cinema forever. Set against the backdrop of sun-drenched Paris streets, this film follows Michel, a reckless young criminal with charm and a gun, and Patricia, an American student caught in his whirlwind. With jump cuts, improvised dialogue, and raw emotion, Breathless breaks every rule of traditional filmmaking and invents a new cinematic language. It's a love letter to rebellion, youth, and the chaotic pulse of 1960s France. Tarantino reveres Breathless for its fearless innovation and cool attitude. He calls it a film that captures the electric heartbeat of cinema's evolution, a true game-changer. If you want to experience cinema's wild, free spirit and feel the rush of Parisian nights, Breathless is a must-watch. It's more than a movie. It's a revolution captured on film. Bullet, 1967. Welcome to the hard-edged streets of 1967, where Bullet delivers a raw, unfiltered dose of urban crime drama. This film pulls no punches, plunging you into a world of corruption, betrayal, and fast-paced action. Starring the iconic Mickey Rooney, Bullet tells the story of a tough cop who walks the fine line between justice and vengeance in a city where danger hides around every corner. With high-speed chases, explosive confrontations, and a pulse-pounding soundtrack, the film embodies the restless spirit of the late 60s. Tarantino admires Bullet for its gritty realism and relentless energy, calling it a forgotten gem that captures the chaotic heartbeat of American crime cinema during a turbulent era. If you crave a raw, adrenaline-fueled ride through the shadows of the city, Bullet is your ticket to 1960s crime cinema at its fiercest. Targets, 1968. In Targets, director Peter Bogdanovich crafts a chilling tale of fear and violence that feels eerily relevant even today. Set against the serene backdrop of 1960s America, this film dives deep into the dark mind of a sniper who terrorizes small-town life, a stark contrast to the world of classic horror movies. The story follows an aging horror movie icon, played by Boris Karloff, who confronts the terrifying reality of real-life horror outside the silver screen. The film brilliantly blurs the lines between fiction and reality, showing how true terror can strike without warning. Tarantino praises Targets for its masterful tension and bold social commentary. It's a slow-burning thriller that builds dread with surgical precision, capturing the fear of a changing era. If you want a psychological thriller that unsettles you long after the credits roll, Targets is a must-see, a haunting reflection of violence and vulnerability in America. Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, 1969. Dive into the swinging 60s with Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, a provocative exploration of love, marriage, and liberation that rocked its era. This film peels back the polished surface of suburban life to reveal a daring story about trust, temptation, and the shifting morals of a changing generation. Bob and Carol, a newly liberated couple, invite their friends Ted and Alice into an experiment that challenges everything they thought about relationships. What starts as playful and open soon spirals into emotional chaos, testing boundaries and desires in unexpected ways. Tarantino admires this film for its candid portrayal of 60s counterculture and its fearless dive into adult themes rarely tackled on screen back then. It's a sharp social commentary wrapped in humor and tension. If you want a bold, witty look at love's evolving rules during one of America's most transformative decades, Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice is essential viewing. Easy Rider, 1969. Easy Rider is the ultimate anthem of rebellion and freedom that defined a generation. Two bikers, Wyatt and Billy, blaze across America's vast highways, searching for meaning in a world that's changing too fast. It's a road trip soaked in counterculture spirit, drug-fueled haze, and a raw look at the American dream gone sideways. With its iconic soundtrack and unforgettable visuals, Easy Rider captures the restlessness of the 1960s, the clash between tradition and revolution, conformity and freedom. The film's candid portrayal of society's outsiders, coupled with its tragic ending, made it an instant cult classic. Tarantino calls Easy Rider a perfect snapshot of the era's fractured soul, a wild ride that's as much about the journey as the destination. If you want a film that's gritty, poetic, and unafraid to challenge the status quo, Easy Rider is your gateway into 60s counterculture cinema. Black Sabbath, 1963. Step into the dark, shadowy world of Black Sabbath, a groundbreaking Italian horror anthology that laid the foundation for modern terror. This film stitches together three chilling tales of evil and suspense, each dripping with gothic atmosphere and macabre twists. Directed by Mario Bava, Black Sabbath is a masterclass in mood and style. From witches and vampires to haunted objects, it explores the darkest corners of human fear. Its haunting visuals and eerie soundtrack make every scene pulse with dread. Tarantino respects Black Sabbath for its visionary approach, calling it a blueprint for horror that influenced countless filmmakers. It's not just about scares, it's about crafting an unforgettable, nightmarish mood. If you're ready for a vintage horror experience that mixes art and fear seamlessly, Black Sabbath is a must-watch classic that still chills to this day.